So the other method is cervical mucus method. In cervical mucus method, the woman attempts to predict the fertile day by quantifying the cervical mucus with her fingers. Under the influence of estrogen, the mucus increases in quantity and becomes progressive, more elastic and copious until a peak day is reached. This is followed by scant and dry mucus secondary to the influence of progesterone, which remains until the onset of the next menses. So intercourse is allowed 4 days after maximal cervical mucus until the time of menstruation. So when what we are saying, when it's sticky and scant, that's an unfertile day. When you have few production of the mucus and it's a bit sticky or thick, very thick, it's not elastic, that's when we say you are on your safe days. It's an unfertile day. But when it's really a bit watery, a bit elastic, and it's copious, I mean, it's much in production, those are the days which we say they are the fertile and most fertile days, especially when it's a bit elastic. It's one of the most fertile days because it gets that when you are almost out during your ovulation period. Lastly, on this category, we check on the symptom-thermo method. And in this symptom-thermo method, it predicts the first day of abstinence by using the either calendar method or the first day of mucus is detected. So, as I said, this symptothermo method, it has to rely on the other two. It can't operate uniquely by itself. So you can use either the dates to predict your ovulation dates, or use the mucus to predict the safe or unsafe days. So once you get to know the unsafe day, where it begins with the first discussed two method, once you have gotten it, you check on the temperature. So what you know, or whichever you detected first between the two methods. So the end of the fertile period is predicted by measuring the basal body temperature. So the thing is, the basal body temperature of a woman is relatively low during the follicular phase and rises during the luteal phase of menstrual cycle, in response to the thermogenic effect of progesterone. So the rise of temperature can vary from 0.2 to 0.5 degrees Celsius. The elevated temperatures begins 1 to 2 days after ovulation and corresponds to the rising of level of progesterone. Intercourse can resume 3 days after the rise of temperature. In general, what I'm saying, during ovulation period, there will be that effect which will lead to that symptothermo, or that temperature, basal temperature will increase. So once the basal temperature increases, what we are saying, after 3 days, you are safe for sex. You are back to your safe days. And as I shared before, why we say after the 3 days is because we said the sperm is viable to fertilize. The ovary will last ready for fertilization for the 24 hours. And by the rise of temperature, we are assuming it's when the ovulation is taking place. So within 24 hours, when the progesterone starts taking over, then we know you are getting back to the safe days. So mostly we can't use this method alone. So mostly we use this method with other natural methods, as it's not fully reliable by itself. You have to know when to take the basal temperature, and we combine it with the calendar method or cervical mucus method just to be extra cautious, to know which day is safe for us to we get to know which day is more safer for us to have unprotected sex and avoid still pregnancy. So the failure rate of natural method can lead to approximately 25%. This is because most of people don't get it right on calculating the safe days, especially those with irregular menses. Also, it's that high because most of the people get it wrong on calculating or checking on the temperature or interpreting the mucus thickness. So the main advantage of this, it doesn't have any adverse effect as we are not influencing the hormones in any way. And this may be the only method acceptable to couples for cultural and religious reasons. Most of cultures and religious inhibit other hormonal methods, and immediate return of fertility occurs with cessation of the use. As soon as you don't calculate dates anymore, you are back to fertile. So you don't have to buy time for hormonal clearance or such stuff for you to get back to fertility. The most disadvantage in this is that this is most suitable for women with regular and predictable cycles. Complete abstinence is necessary during the fertile period unless backup contraception is used. This method requires a lot of discipline, and this method is not effective with improper use. The failure rate is relatively very high if you're not disciplined, and this method is not able to protect you from sexually transmitted diseases. As we said, there will be exchange of coital fluids, and those are the main transfer agents for the sexually transmitted diseases. So feel free to drop any question in case you didn't understand anywhere. Feel free to ask any question, and I will be ready to respond. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for listening. We are going to continue in the next class on counting or learning more of other family planning methods. Now that's where we shall start the use of other devices in family planning, different other methods, and I'm sure it will be so much beneficial to you, to all of you. So as most of you are asking, just before I end up, I've seen a lot of you people posting and asking what I meant on the safe days on subtraction method. So I'm back to that slide, sorry. I didn't want you to get me long. So I was saying like there's those people who have menses which fluctuates. So for instance, let me say, for those with regular, maybe let's say your regular days are 28, okay? Let's start with those who are regular. If you get 28, you get your menses every 28, just confirm within 3 to 6 months. Have your menses been every 28 days? After every 28 days, is that's your cycle? So if that's it, you're 28, then you have said it's determined by the number of days in the shortest menstrual cycle subtracted by 18. So let's say your numbers are always 28. So you'll take 28 minus 18. 28 minus 18, you remain with 10. Okay? So from day 0 to day 10, you are safe. After day 10, you are not safe. And you are safe up to which day? From day 0 to day 10. Okay? Again, there is this fertile period, which will be taking apart from this day 10. Okay? We want to see up to when aren't you safe. So you take, then again, you have said it's irregular, so it's still 28. You take the 28 minus 11. When you take 28 minus 11, it's 17, okay? So from day 10 to day 17 are unsafe days. Those are the fertile days. After day 17, all the way to day 28, again, you are safe. I hope it is clear with that. So if you are 21 days cycle, then it means from 21 minus 18, from day 0 to day 4, it's when you are safe. Again, so from day 4 all the way, 21 minus 11 is 10. So from day 4 to day 10 are your fertile days. You are unsafe between day 4 to day 10. All right, I hope it's clear now. So what you do, you take your days. If you have regular days, you take your days, you subtract 18. You take your days, you subtract 11. That number of days that is in between there, they are the unsafe days. Okay, so these days before and the days after that period, they are safe. So what I'm saying, again, to repeat, if maybe let's say your cycles is 21 days, so you'll take 21 minus 8, which is 21 minus 8. 21 minus 8. 21 minus 8. 21 minus 18 is 3. Single. Yeah. So 21 minus 18 is 3, is it? So you'll take 21 minus 18, 3. So for the first 3 days, you are safe. Again, you take 21 minus 11, 10. So between the 3 and the 10 in your cycle, you are unsafe. Okay? Yeah, between the 3 to the 10, you are unsafe. And then now, after that, the 10, continually, you are safe. If it's 28 days, again, we say you take 28 minus 18, that's up to day 10. So day 1 up to day 10, you are safe. Again, between 28 minus 11, that's you get 17. So between day 10 and 17, those are the fertile days, and you're unsafe. So I hope now you get it more clear on the safe days and calculation of dates. I thought that's the question I've seen most of you asking, meaning you have gotten all the other content, and feel free to inbox any other question. Also, you can get to text them in the class group. I will get them and then I will respond to them before I start the next class. All right. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have been enlightened. Kindly subscribe to have an access to more of my upcoming classes on device health and lifestyle tips. In case you have a specific topic you want handled, or specific question you would like answered, or even get clarification on something I've said on my videos, please drop it on the comment section and I'll be prompt to give you responses. For appointment and private session, contact me via details on the video and I'll be ready to assist you. Thank you again for choosing me to guide you on health and lifestyle. This is King Mash. See you on the next one.